another Train Sim World 4 video. We are on the East Coastway. You thought I was going to say Brighton Mainline. No, we're on the East Coastway today. And we're going to be doing something realistic-ish. But we're going to be, I suppose, driving one of the Thameslink diversionary routes, or ex-diversionary routes, because I don't think they do it anymore. Or at least they learn to do it anymore. I don't think they do it. So we're going to be running up to Lewis and reversing and going into platform 2 at Lewis. So it should be quite fun to do. So I suppose sort of testing free roam out, I suppose. So we want to get up before the Seaford service. We've actually already got the signal. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We actually have got people on board for this as well, so that's going to make things a bit more interesting. Probably should have done the empty one, but hey ho, they can enjoy the ride as well. Let's get the doors shut. I suppose they probably would have done this in passenger service. Oh, actually. Right. Shall we get going? Let's get going. Let's not wait around. Yeah. Oh, good. Already on with the test. Let's move. Cool. So yeah, this was one of the diversionary routes Thameslink drivers used to sign. I say used to, I don't think they do anymore. So it's probably because it just never really got used, and it just means they have to retain their route knowledge and do it every so few weeks or so. So yeah, we'll go up to Lewis, then reverse, and then into platform 2, and then it'll be up towards London. That's quite cool. And it also means it's a good excuse to drive the 700 on the East Coastway. Which, to be honest, actually would be quite a good thing to, I don't know. When it's a football day down at Brighton, try and get one of the spare I don't know if they actually do have any spares, which they probably don't. Get a 700 to run between Brighton and Lewis. The amount of football fans you could get on one of these as opposed to a 377, clear them out in no time. Over London Road Viaduct. Weird. It's really bizarre doing this, but yeah, we're doing it. Well, it might be worth getting a screenshot actually, because this doesn't. It's weird. Okay, does feel very weird and wrong driving this across here, but we're doing it. We're doing it. Let's get a bit of exposure on there. It was probably already a bit too exposed. Yeah, get that down a bit actually. My guy looks all blurry. Maybe we should probably sort that out. Why is he all blurry? I'll put it all back up. Okay, it's just going to have to be like that. Try and get one a bit further out as well. Can we sort of get one down here? Be quite hard to make a thumbnail out of that though. How far you can go right in there. Yeah, I don't really like sort of getting those sort of higher up ones. Never sort of looks as good. Right, back in we go. Now we're following a service actually. There was it's the 5 minutes ahead of us. So we might, that single aspect signalling on this route. So we might end up following that. There's a 313. Sadly, don't run on this route anymore. They're gone now. Really sad, but yeah, they're gone. Feels actually quite cool doing this, through here. I'm going to turn up the game audio a little bit. It's a little bit low. There we go. I've turned that up a bit. Through Ditchling Road Tunnel. Which I suppose you could call London Road Tunnel, but it is actually Ditchling Road Tunnel. Yeah, it's supposed to be hadn't done this sooner. It just popped into my head because I was having a conversation with someone the other day, one of the channel mods, about this, about sort of the Thameslink diversionary routes, and I was like, you know what? Let's get on CSW and do that. Let's give it a go, see if we actually can, which I think we can. Because, as you saw when we had the objective on, if we had the objective on, it actually does show up as go to Lewis reverse. And you've got the little sort of purpley marker on the map as well. As you can see, right, you can see that bit there, so that's sort of a place you can stop. Hopefully then if we change cabs, we can then manage to shunt into platform 2, which would be cool. I've got a feeling if they did do that, I don't know if they've actually ever done this actually in like public service, but if they did, I suppose they'd probably have to kick everyone off at Lewis. You know, basically get everyone to get off, move to platform 2, and then it can shunt, come back in, and then because yeah, the train can't shunt if people are on it. And something similar happened at the station I work at recently, where a train come in, and I think there was a network rail train which had broken down, and for some reason it couldn't slow down, or sort of it had to get through, and it couldn't go on the loop platform, it had to go through on the mainline platform. And at that time, the first part of a service to London was sat on the through line, or on the main line. So they had to get everybody off the train, lock up all of the train, and then shunt it up to sort of the next station. Let the engineering train go past, which had broken down. The broken bit was on the back, and then shunt it back in, and everyone then got on. I don't know, this is probably not going to be the longest of videos. I was thinking about 20 minutes, but it's only already been 7 minutes. Well, so we are now following behind the other train. I haven't based this service running off anything, really. Then if it was doing this sort of diversionary route, I would imagine there'd probably be quite a lot of issues on the BML, so they're probably all over the place, different times and stuff. So it's most likely this would probably be a Cambridge service. Green light. Well, it could be a Bedford one. Could be any, really. Got green light, let's get that back up. Might get stops outside of Lewis, might have to wait there. Let's make our way up. And then through into Falmer Tunnel. Cool. You know what? I'm just going to look on Google. Has this actually happened before? They might have signed it. I mean, that might be the reason why they've sort of said, actually, what's the point? Because it just maybe it's not really ever happened. Then it might have. Well, actually, no, it must have happened. Yeah. Yeah, no, it has happened, because obviously they would have had to retain the route knowledge. So what's it has happened, but just a sort of route knowledge exercise, you know, ECS. Yeah, it has. There's quite a few, but not many actually, but there is a few clips online. Yeah, sort of just a sort of route knowledge run. But it doesn't seem like for a little while though. It's cool to see that. I recommend it. Look up, you know, class 700 Lewis. But no, yeah, that's actually 13th of April 2022. So not really that long ago. I'm sure probably a lot sooner as well. So that's what we're doing. We're recreating it. Saying that they must have gone to Brighton, not just to Lewis and then stop there. Oh, maybe that was the diversion route, just to Lewis. I bet it was, wasn't it? Just to Lewis, and then oh no, I found, yeah. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, there's literally one. There's an art here. Yeah. There's a video on YouTube, rare diverted 700 at Falmer railway station working up Bedford to Brighton service. Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, so what we are doing is realistic. And they have to be diverted, which is probably, what, about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes slower? I don't know, once you're at Lewis, getting up to Witherell it doesn't take long. I think it's about 15 minutes. So yeah, probably adds about another, well, and the shunt probably adds an extra 15 to 20 minutes on. So it would make the service quite late. You probably then have to run fast somewhere to make up a few minutes. You know, it saves it being stuck there, can't go in, you know, not being able to go anywhere. Yeah, I think they've got rid of it now. We're going to get stopped outside of Lewis. Oh, what we'll do, we will stop at Lewis. We'll let everyone off, because we would have to be empty for the shunt. Although the passengers actually will stay on, but we'll open the doors anyway. And then we'll shunt it, you know, into the reverse, and then into platform 2. If free roam allows us to do that, which I've got a feeling it should. I mean, it should. But you never know. Yeah, if there's like another train coming, it might be a bit funny with it. But hopefully it does work. I don't know if there was actually ever any 700 stop boards at Lewis. Never noticed any. Maybe there was. As I said, this really rarely happened. So it was uncommon. But cool though. But then the 700s actually used to run regularly along the West Coastway. They used to do the service down to Littlehampton, which sadly doesn't happen anymore. Like most services post-COVID, just being cut. Don't happen anymore. It used to be, I think they had the longest Thameslink service there was Littlehampton to Bedford. I think it took basically 3 hours. But yeah, gone now, doesn't happen. So all these services are just being cut, sadly. I think one of the worst cuts was the Great Western service from Brighton to you know, Cardiff and all that sort of way. But that was always really busy because it was just a really good and easy, quick way to get to the West Country, or sort of out west, avoiding London, which people really liked. But yeah, it's gone now. Just cutting services willy-nilly when people use the services and they're busy. That might be an issue, that freight train there. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it could be. Hopefully the game's like, oh no, you know, you're not going back that way, you've got to, you know, go the other way now. Well, soon enough, then when this video's going out, you actually see a DRS 66 or a 1 66. I don't know if that's going to substitute on this route. But some cool little things. And it will actually be a short platform, which makes me wonder, would they open the doors? I really don't, as I said, this didn't happen very much, especially in, you know, passenger service. But then I suppose, yeah, you can't do a shunt move with people on. So yeah, we'll get everyone off here. Everyone has to get off here, go over to platform 2. So imagine there's SDO, so it'll only be the front, probably 5 or 6, possibly just front 5. Everybody can get off. Wait, who actually get off? Okay. It's quite cool though, seeing it at Lewis, because yeah, just wouldn't really happen now. Oh, is my controller broken? Oh, as well. Really? Was that the game? That might actually be the game. Why are you doing that? Why do you keep... That one's fine. Why is the field of view? It's like, no, I don't want to do it. Is that broken in some way? Why does it keep... It has a mind of its own. Maybe we're not doing that then. That just looks horrible. No, that one's fine. It's just field of view. It's like, no. How dare you try and get the field of view down? Well, I can tap it actually. Yeah, I can tap it. I think that works. Nice and slow. Then we got to quickly get off of it before it then goes back up. Oh, it just does it. Okay, well that's... We won't do that then. Right, let's get the door shut. And let's complete the shunt move. Everybody should now be off the train. I suppose you then have to walk through it and lock it out. Well, not actually, no, you wouldn't lock it out. Oh no, you sort of do. See, the 700s actually do have a new software on them for when you're locking them out, where you basically just, you'll start at the driver's cab, you'll walk through, and you'll press the close button on the door. The doors will shut, and then it will be locked out of use. And the next set of doors close, locked. Next set close, lock. But I prefer doing it to send the driver locks all of them out at once, and you just walk through, and if anybody's there, you use the GOT panel to get them off. I prefer that way. Much quicker. Can we try that again with the photo mode? It was a bit funny before, wasn't it? Yeah, still okay, maybe not then. Doesn't seem to like it for whatever reason. Although it would be cool getting a shot here as well. Might have to get just a classic shot. So just basically here, that would be cool. Stop seeing it on the... for some reason, yeah, that seems to be, well, broken in some way. For whatever reason. So that would be a nice shot, that. Oh, hang on, it's actually stayed that. Right, let's get one now. Yeah, I like that. Let's try and... No, don't do that. Go back. So all the settings are sort of already there, which is good as well. Yeah, we can't use the other settings because it just seems to sort of jump up. Right, let's try that again. It'll be worth it, okay? It'll be worth it. And this probably will actually be the thumbnail. There's one on London Road Viaduct. You don't really see much of, much of anything. Whereas this, you can actually see Lewis quite distinctively there. As we shunt it. I think there must be a position light signal for the end of the shunt. Or there could just be an end of shunt sign. I feel like there's an end of shunt sign. Well, I don't know if that would be in the game though. Might have to pull up the map to see. Well, maybe there is an end of shunt sign. Oh, there's a stop marker there. Well, there's the position light signal for going back across the points. Yeah, okay, there are stop markers. That's hand, well, they're 377 ones. It does give us some sort of indication. Not going to stop on the 8 because that will be too short for us. We'll go up to the 12. As yeah, 8 coaches on a 700 probably would still be hanging over the position light signal at the back. So we'll go a little bit. We'll go up to the 12, and I'm quite happy with that once we get there. Yeah, we'll go up to here. That should be. We should now be behind the position lights. I just hope we're not on a magnet. Shouldn't be though. Yeah, let's stop there. There you go. That's done that. Now we've got to change ends. DRA on, and then I hope it then works. Trying to get back. Right. That's all good. We'll get that down as well. Right, let's change ends. I'm fairly confident we won't be overhanging the position light signal. Why are you people still on the train? Whoever locked out this train is really bad. Really bad at locking out the train. I've just left all these people on. Yeah, when it's shunting, you have to get people off the train. just can't have people sort of being siding or sort of randomly. Yeah, you can't. It's only a short little one, which is all right. There we go. Let's get through there and to there. We'll have to turn the safety systems on this side as well. So we'll do that. Let's do that as well. Cool. Yep. Okay. That's still. We probably could have stopped on the 8. No, we would have been overhanging. But we can see the signal all right, so that's good. Still red, so we'll get that on.
TPWS and AWS
Little brake
operational.
test there. See that again as well. Right, let's try and set the route. I don't know if it's going to work. Hopefully it does. But you just never know with this. Has it? Will we get the route? It does work. It does work. Brilliant. Okay, right, let's get that off.
Driver, you have reset the DRA. Please check the signal.
So GSMR we can't really get, well, we're not in a service really. Okay. Oh, we didn't do that leaving Brighton. We didn't rolling brake test leaving Brighton. Naughty. This is quite cool. Let's be honest. This is quite cool. Give it a go yourself if you've got this. Love doing these little things. I love free roam's great. It's fantastic. Could be 20 across these points. But I'm just going to keep it at 10. That's what we come across. You know, the amount of things you can do in free roam, it's just great. And cool things like this, which you just, you know, scenario planner was really boring to do. It was been completely empty, no trains. In fact, it wouldn't have been impossible. You wouldn't be able to do it. So free roam really does add to just, it's great. Again, I'm going to go right to the end of the platform here. As if we stop on the 8 coach stop marker, which I think is up by the waiting shelter, we may still be hanging out the back, which we don't want. I think the coach lengths must be slightly longer on the 700. That one's off, that was waiting for us. Sorry, freight train. Sorry we delayed you, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll go up to the end. It's probably the best thing to do. I'm not saying that the 8 probably would be alright, but again, they're for the electro stars. So we're just gonna go right to the end. But that was cool. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. Well, there we have it. That was a sort of Thameslink diversionary, which used to be sort of a thing, but I don't think it is anymore, sadly. Full service, DRA on. But yeah, hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. I certainly did. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks for coming in, and hopefully see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.